everybody, I'm Tasha from the Major Change Group, where we believe small changes can create big results. And first off, I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers that I've gotten and everybody that has been showing love on my last couple of videos. I just really appreciate it. And if this is your first time on the channel, we talk about credit, budgeting, student loans, and everything in between. In the last couple of videos, I've been talking about my car buying experience from the time I had got the pre-approval auto loan from Navy Federal all the way until I got my 2021 Hyundai Tucson, and I'm loving it. I've just been enjoying. Now, just to backtrack, I got it for $20,000. 2.19 interest rate for 60 months. Now, all that was negotiable, but that's where I ended up. So then I was enjoying the car, and I'm still enjoying the car. But last week, I actually checked the mail, because I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes I don't really check the mail a whole lot, especially when I get busy, because most of my bills are e-bills anyway, and so I really don't have to check the mail a whole lot. But I had checked the mail and I had got something from Navy Federal. And so I opened it up and Navy Federal sent me, I guess when you apply for something, they'll send you your credit score. So I got my credit score in the mail. And they had actually ran my credit score through TransUnion, and they said that my credit score was a 661. And I was like, okay. And I'm just like, whoa. Now, when I was starting this process, I knew I had some delinquencies on my account because I had co-signed and the person was making late payments or no payments. So, I had all these delinquencies on there, and I wasn't for sure which credit bureau they were going to pull my credit from. Now, I have an account with Navy Federal. I have a checking account, a savings account, and I have the Navy Federal flagship credit card. Now, when I go into my portal, my credit score at the time said a 723, but it did have that I had some delinquencies on there. Now, my TransUnion score, I want to say it said maybe like a 680, and I get that score from my Chase credit card. But I can't remember what my Experian, if I can find it, I'll let you know. But I for sure knew what my Equifax and my TransUnion score, but I wasn't for sure 100% which one Navy Federal was going to pull. And so you just don't really know how it's going to go. But I said, hey, I'm going to just go on and start the pre-approved process. I definitely hope that I get the low credit score, but I'm telling you, I was just like, I really don't know. So then when I got pre-approved and I had to have like a waiting period because they had to get some additional information, I was like, oh gosh, what's gonna go on? But then when I got approved that next day, well, it still didn't have what my interest rate was gonna be, and so I gave them a call. Then that's when they said that my interest rate was gonna be 2.19, and that's because I picked 60 months. Now with Navy Federal, your interest rate depends on how many months you pick for your car loan. And so I think if I would have picked 36 months, it probably would have been like 1.79, and then as it moves up, I want to say up to 96 months was maybe like 5%. But yeah, so I picked 60 months, and then I got the lowest for the 60 months, and that was 2.19. So that's where it was at. Now, how I ended up making this video was because in one of my last videos, someone had asked me, what credit score do I think you need to be able to get the lowest interest rate? Well, I said I had a credit score of a 723, and the only reason that I said that was because that's what my Navy Federal credit score was, and then I had got the lowest interest rate. So that was kind of adding up. And then I said, well, I think if you have anything over a 700, plus you have a relationship with either the bank or the credit union, I think that you should be able to get a good credit score. So now that's where we're at. And then I get this letter in the mail, and it said that my credit score was a 661. So now my wheels are turning, and I'm like, what if I didn't finance it through the credit union and I would have got it financed at the dealership? Or what if I even had got a lease? What would my interest rate would have looked like? And so I typed in, okay, 661, and it said my interest rate would have probably probably been like a 6, no, not a 6. It said my interest rate would have been like a 4.68% for 661 opposed to 2.19 interest rate. And see, that makes a big difference on where your actual final car note will be. And so at 2.19%, it ended up being $357 because I got $20,299. Now, if I would have got an interest rate at 4.68%, I would have had a car note at like $400. Now, you'll have to download the app Loan You Later because I love this app because it really shows you and it really breaks it down, because this is how I really decided how much that I wanted to get my car for the $20,000, because I was playing around with the numbers and I said, okay, I really want maybe like a $350 car note. So my previous car note was $260, and then since I was paying it off, I was making $400 payment. And so I said, okay, I think I didn't want to pay $400, and so I said $350 would be okay. So that's how I got at the $20,000. But you can see that if I would have got it bank or if I would have got it through the dealership, that most likely, I'm not gonna say for sure, but it will say that I needed to provide some more information as why my credit score was kind of low. And then by me having the late payments on there, that wasn't gonna look too good. So that's why I was kind of nervous. But you know, with Navy Federal, they hooked me up. They hooked us up. And so I was so excited about it. Now, hey, I could have probably got my note lower if I would have went up in month. And you know, like if you're out looking for a car and you're not where you want to be, we all got to start somewhere. Now, I didn't have $20,000 sitting in the bank, so I had to finance it. But as we are on this journey and we're getting our credit scores in order, we're putting more money in the bank. By the next time I get another car, hopefully I should have $20,000 in the bank to where I can pay cash for a car and I don't have to finance it. But until I get there, I'm gonna have to use my credit. So I want to make sure that my credit is in a good position so that I can get a better interest rate. Now, even more than making sure that my credit is in a better position, and that's why the video was called You Should Join a Credit Union. You should join a credit union. What are you waiting for? Now, I know with the Navy Federal, you either have to have been in the armed services, you know, Navy, Army, Armed Services, one of those, or you have to have a family member, live in the household, married, or any one of those to be able to join it. But there are other credit unions. Now, Navy Federal is in the top 5. It's the number 1. And there are some other credit unions that you don't have to be in the armed services. I'm a part of another local credit union here. And while I don't think that I would have got lower than Navy Federal, but I still think that it would have been cheaper than if I would have went through the dealership or through the bank. And so that's why I'm saying that joining a credit union is the best way to go. So I forgot this one thing. So once I had got the letter in the mail, this was like the other day, because I was just like, I don't know, this really adding up. And so I know that I heard that Navy Federal had its own internal scoring system. So I said, let me call Navy Federal and see if they'll give me the score. But no, it was not going down, y'all. It was hilarious. So I called them and I said, okay, when I got the letter in the mail through TransUnion, it said it was a 661. But when I look through my Navy Federal flagship credit card, it says that my credit score is a 728. And so she said, well, yes, we do have our own internal system and scoring that we use. And I said, well, will you give me that score? And she was like, well, no, that's only ours. It's not really, you know, it doesn't really matter. You can't use it anywhere else. And so I was just like, dang, I was hoping they would give it to me, but she didn't. But I would say the main thing is to, one, make sure that you're putting money in your savings account, paying your credit card off either every month or not having a large balance on it, making sure that you're putting money in your checking account. And I would say that that's the case if it was a credit union or a bank, but I really just feel that credit unions just offer more incentive for joining a credit union than a bank. That's just my take on it. Drop down in the comments and let me know, what do you think? Do you prefer a credit union or a bank? And what is your favorite credit union if you have been with a credit union? All right, well, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. Please like, subscribe, share. Turn on that notification bell so that you can be the first to be notified when new content comes out. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.